kids. Our letter this week is K. K sounds just like the letter C. It says the sound K. Can you make that sound? K. Here's some K words. Kangaroo, K, K, kangaroo. Kite, K, K, kite. And key, K, K, key. I'm going to read you a book today that has an animal that starts with a K. It's a koala. Koalas live in Australia, along with kangaroos and other animals that have a pouch for their babies. This book is called Koala Lou, and the author is Mem Fox, and the illustrator, the person that did the picture's name is Pamela Lofts. There once was a baby koala, so soft and round that all who saw her loved her. Her name was Koala Lou. The emu loved her. The platypus loved her. And even tough little koala claws from next door loved her. But it was her mother who loved her the most of all. 100 times a day she would laugh and shake her head and say, "Koala Lou, I do love you." How do you think that makes Koala Lou feel when her mother tells her she loves her? How do you feel when someone says, "I love you" to you? Does it make you feel good? Whenever she stretched in the early morning sun or climbed a gum tree or bravely went down a path all by herself, her mother would smile and say, "Koala Lou, I do love you." The years passed and other koalas were born, brothers and sisters for Koala Lou. Soon her mother was so busy she didn't have time to tell Koala Lou that she loved her. Although, of course she did. Every night she curled up under the stars, and Koala Lou would think about the times when her mother had looked at her and said, "Koala Lou, I do love you." And she longed for her to say it again. One night, Koala Lou had a splendid idea. Preparations had begun for the Bush Olympics. She would enter the Olympics. She would compete in the gum tree climbing event, and she would win. And her mother would fling her arms around her neck and say again, "Koala Lou, I do love you." Koala Lou began her training right away. She jogged and she puffed and she lifted weights and she panted. She hung from a branch with one claw at a time until she ached. She did push-ups till her stomach hurt, and at last she climbed the tallest tree she could find over and over again. Sometimes her mother would watch her and ask, "How's it going, Blossom?" "Fine, just fine," Koala Lou would reply. At last, the day of the Bush Olympics arrived. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think Koala Lou will win her event? And that will make her mom say, "I love you" again? Let's see what happens. Koala Claus had also entered the gum tree climbing event, and everyone knew how fast she was. But Koala Lou was not scared. She saw her mother in the crowd, and she imagined her saying again, "Koala Lou, I do love you," and her heart filled with hope. It was Koala Claus who went first. Her climb was a record-breaking 22 meters in 70 seconds flat. The spectators whistled and cheered and wildly waved their party hats. "Can I do better than that?" wondered Koala Lou. "I must." And as she stepped toward that tree, a hush fell over the crowd. "On your mark," said the kookaburra. "Get set, go!" Koala Lou leapt onto the tree. Up and up and up she climbed, higher and higher and higher, faster and faster and faster, until there she was at the top. The spectators roared and clapped and stamped their feet. But she wasn't fast enough. In spite of all her training and all her hoping, Koala Claus won the gum tree climbing event, and Koala Lou came in second. Koala Lou went off and hid. She heard the shouts of the Bush Olympics and she cried her heart out. Oh no, she didn't win. How do you think she's feeling? She must be feeling very sad. When the first stars of evening appeared in the sky, Koala Lou crept home through the dark and up the gum tree. Her mother was waiting for her. And before she could say a word, her mother flung her arms around her neck and she said, "Koala Lou, I do love you. I always have, and I always will." And she hugged her for a very long time. The end. Did you like that story? It just shows that mothers never stop loving their children, right? She just was busy and she didn't tell Koala Lou as much, but she loves her no matter what. And she doesn't need to win a silly old contest for her mom to say, "I love you." I hope you enjoyed that book. It's one of my favorites. Bye for now.